In our fast-paced lives, chaos often feels like the norm. What do you do when the world around you spirals into uncertainty? Do you freeze, panic, or lash out at those around you? Everyday pressures, be it the relentless demands of work, personal relationships, or even the stresses of daily life, can leave us feeling anxious and reactive. The ability to maintain composure amid chaos is not only vital for our mental health, but also essential for making sound decisions and nurturing our relationships. Today we dive deep into the wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that has stood the test of time and offers practical guidance for maintaining calmness under pressure. Stoicism teaches us how to transform stressful situations into opportunities for growth and self-awareness. So let's explore how we can apply Stoic principles to navigate life's challenges with grace. To understand how to stay calm, we must first recognize why we often struggle to do so. There are several triggers that can overwhelm us when we're under pressure: fear of failure, uncertainty, and a perceived lack of control in our lives. Fear of failure. Many of us have been conditioned to view failure as a reflection of our self-worth. For instance, think back to a time when you faced a demanding project at work or an important exam in school. The impending pressure can cause you to freeze or over-prepare, driven by the dread of letting yourself or others down. Uncertainty. The unpredictability of life can be particularly jarring. Whether it's financial instability, relationship challenges, or career changes, uncertainty breeds anxiety. When we cannot predict the outcomes of our actions or decisions, our minds may spiral as we anticipate worst-case scenarios. Lack of control. This is perhaps the most challenging aspect. In many situations, we might feel like we have little to no control over the variables at play. The pressure from external sources, like co-workers' opinions, societal expectations, or even family pressures, can amplify this sense of powerlessness. However, Stoic philosophy offers a refreshing perspective. Instead of viewing these pressures as entirely negative, we can reframe them as opportunities for growth and self-mastery. By shifting our mindset, we pave the way for a calmer, more assured response to life's pressures. Before we dive into practical lessons, let's tease apart the secret to staying calm. It comes down to mastering your mindset and perspective. The ability to control how you perceive stress is at the heart of Stoicism. Now let's explore 8 essential lessons from Stoicism that can empower you to remain composed, even in the most challenging situations. The first and perhaps the most pivotal lesson is understanding what's within your control. The Stoic dichotomy of control teaches us to focus on our thoughts and actions, while recognizing that external outcomes often lie beyond our influence. Epictetus, a pivotal Stoic philosopher, famously stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This profound insight shifts our focus from external events to our internal responses. Imagine facing a daunting presentation at work. You can prepare, practice, and educate yourself on the material, but you cannot control how your audience will receive it or what questions they will ask. Focusing excessively on those external reactions can lead to anxiety and prevent you from fully engaging with the task at hand. To enhance this lesson, I invite you to perform a simple exercise. Grab a piece of paper and draw 2 columns. On one side, write down everything you can control in an upcoming stressful situation. On the other side, detail what is beyond your control. You might find that the things within your control are more numerous than you initially thought: your effort, attitude, preparation, and mindset. By concentrating on the controllable aspects of a situation, you empower yourself to let go of the need for external validation, reducing anxiety and enhancing focus. The clarity gained from this exercise enables you to channel your energy in productive ways, ultimately fostering a sense of calmness as pressures arise. The second lesson is to pause before you react. In high-pressure situations, our instincts often compel us to respond immediately, whether through frustration, panic, or defensiveness. Stoicism emphasizes the need to create a space between stimulus and response. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom points to the importance of self-control in times of stress. To harness this power, practice mindful awareness. When faced with a stressful trigger, take a moment to breathe deeply. Inhale through the nose, hold for a few seconds, and exhale through the mouth. This simple practice calms your nervous system, providing you with the clarity needed to respond more thoughtfully. Let me share a brief personal story. A few months ago, I was in a heated discussion with a colleague over a project. Tempers flared, and I could feel the adrenaline rising. Instead of responding immediately, I took a deep breath and counted to 5 before speaking. This pause allowed me to assess the situation more rationally, and I was able to communicate my thoughts clearly without escalating the conflict. Additionally, consider the 10-second rule. Count to 10 before reacting to any stressful stimuli. This technique allows your mind to shift from an emotional response to a more rational one. Over time, this practice enhances your ability to remain calm under pressure, resulting in more constructive interactions and decision-making. Integrating this practice into your daily life will gradually improve your capacity to handle stressful situations with poise. Moving on to our third lesson, use logic to manage emotions. Stoic philosophers firmly believed that reason should govern our emotional responses. When faced with emotional turmoil, we must actively choose rational thinking over impulsive reactions. Emotions, while natural, can cloud our judgment and lead to decisions we may regret. For example, during a confrontation with a partner or co-worker, the initial emotional response might lead to defensiveness or anger. However, by employing rational thought, you can ask yourself critical questions. Is this worth my peace of mind? What would a rational response look like? A practical technique to guide this process is the what-if analysis. When you experience a strong emotional reaction, take a step back and list out the various what-if scenarios you envision. Consider the range of possible outcomes and what you can realistically control. This method encourages clarity and helps you separate the emotional response from logic. The result is a reduction in anxiety as you gain a more balanced view of the situation. Epictetus captures this sentiment well. Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. By consistently choosing to apply reason over emotion, you strengthen your ability to respond calmly to life's pressures. Lesson 4 invites us to embrace adversity as a teacher. In Stoicism, there's a concept called amor fati, which translates to love your fate. This means accepting not just the good moments, but also the challenges we face. Rather than viewing challenges as setbacks, we can learn to see them as invaluable learning experiences. Imagine you've encountered a significant obstacle at work or in a relationship. The immediate reaction might be frustration, but consider instead how this challenge might foster growth. Take the story of J.K. Rowling. Before launching the Harry Potter franchise, she faced numerous rejections from publishers, all while battling personal hardships. Instead of succumbing to despair, she used those experiences to refine her craft and ultimately created a literary phenomenon that transformed lives globally. To internalize this lesson, practice reflection after facing challenges. Ask yourself, what did I learn from this experience? How can I use this knowledge moving forward? Keeping a journal is an effective way to document these reflections, helping you recognize patterns of growth over time. This reframing technique not only nurtures resilience in the face of adversity, but also empowers you to embrace challenges with a sense of curiosity and optimism. In doing so, you improve your ability to manage stress and stay composed even when life becomes tumultuous. Our fifth lesson centers around the necessity of focusing on the present moment. Often our minds drift to the future, generating anxiety about what lies ahead, or we may dwell on past failures, fostering regret and frustration. Marcus Aurelius succinctly stated, "Confine yourself to the present." By anchoring ourselves in the current moment, we can reduce anxiety and enhance our performance during stressful situations. To cultivate mindfulness, consider implementing grounding techniques into your daily routine. Here are a few practical exercises. Mindful breathing. Set aside a few moments each day for deep, focused breathing. You might do this while waiting in a queue or during a work break. Notice the sensations of your breath and connect with your body in the present moment. Sensory awareness. While sitting in a park or simply in your living room, pause and tune into your environment. What sounds do you hear? What colors do you see? Engaging your senses brings you back to the present, reducing anxiety and enhancing awareness. Daily reflection. At the end of each day, take a few minutes to reflect on your experiences. What went well? What challenges did you overcome? This practice fosters mindfulness and reinforces the importance of present moment awareness. By focusing on the present, you cultivate clarity and composure. It prevents you from becoming overwhelmed by regrets of the past or worries for the future, allowing you to approach challenges with a calm and focused mindset. When stress arises, remember that the present moment is your anchor. Embrace it. Next, let's explore the importance of reframing the situation. Stoic philosophy teaches us the power of perception in navigating life's challenges. Instead of viewing problems as impediments, we can learn to see them as neutral or even beneficial. As Epictetus noted, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them. This profound insight encourages us to cultivate a mindset that maximizes our potential for growth in the face of adversity. When confronted with a setback, let's say a missed opportunity at work, we could initially feel disappointment or frustration. However, we can reframe this experience by asking, what potential positives can arise from this situation? What doors might open, and how can I learn from this? To effectively practice reframing, start by writing down a current challenge you're facing. On one side of the paper, list the negative aspects of the situation. Then on the other side, identify any potential positive outcomes or lessons. This exercise encourages you to adopt a growth mindset, recognizing that challenges often lead to unexpected discoveries and improvements. By training yourself to see the silver lining, you will naturally foster resilience and calmness in response to life's pressures. Reframing isn't about denying difficulties, it's about choosing to view them through a lens of opportunity. This empowered outlook fosters clarity, enabling you to tackle challenges with a level head and a proactive approach. Lesson 7 emphasizes the acceptance of imperfection and uncertainty. In a world geared towards perfectionism, the fear of failure can escalate our stress levels. Resorting to the Stoic philosophy, we learn that imperfection is part of the human experience. Accepting that everything cannot be perfect allows us to embrace resilience. This reminds us that unpredictability is inherent to life's journey. Marcus Aurelius urged us to prepare for the worst while still acting with hope for the best. When faced with uncertainty, say in an unstable job market, acknowledge that while you cannot control this unpredictability, you can prepare yourself to respond effectively. Develop a plan and a backup. It doesn't eliminate uncertainty, but it does equip you with knowledge to navigate it. A valuable practice to reinforce this lesson is to regularly reflect on your experiences where uncertainty led to unexpected rewards. Keeping a victory log, where you document moments when uncertainty paid off, provides tangible evidence of your ability to thrive in challenges. Moreover, when dealing with perfectionism, consider that chasing perfection often results in stress and dissatisfaction. A more empowering acceptance creates a healthier perspective toward achieving your goals and navigating relationships. By embracing imperfection and adopting flexibility, you foster resilience. You can more easily handle pressure without succumbing to anxiety or self-doubt. Our final lesson highlights the importance of building resilience through daily practices. To stay calm under pressure, preparation is paramount. Engaging in daily Stoic practices can enhance your mental strength, making it easier to navigate high-stakes moments. Here are practical suggestions to incorporate into your routine. Journaling. Reserve a few minutes each day to write down your thoughts. Reflect on your experiences in relation to Stoic principles. What lessons were learned? How did you respond? This practice fosters self-awareness and reinforces your growth. Visualization. Spend time mentally rehearsing potential challenges you might face. Imagine yourself handling them with poise. This mental rehearsal prepares you for real-life situations. Practicing discomfort. Intentionally seek small discomforts in your daily life, such as cold showers, fasting, or taking cold walks. These actions strengthen your capacity to endure discomfort, making it easier to handle stress when it arises. By systematically incorporating these practices, you generate a reservoir of mental strength. Resilience is like a muscle. You must exercise it consistently to improve its capacity and effectiveness. Let me share how these practices worked for me. Adopting daily journaling and visualization has helped me navigate challenging professional situations with increased confidence and clarity. The confidence gained from preparedness carried over into real-life situations, making them feel more manageable. By intentionally preparing for life's uncertainties, you create a strong foundation that supports your ability to remain calm and composed, even in the face of pressure. As we conclude our exploration of Stoic principles for maintaining calmness under pressure, let's recap the key lessons we've learned today. Understand what's within your control. Pause before you react. Use logic to manage emotions. Embrace adversity as a teacher. Focus on the present moment. Reframe the situation. Accept imperfection and uncertainty. Build resilience with daily practices. By consistently applying these strategies, you cultivate greater tranquility, resilience, and clarity in high-pressure situations. The journey towards mastering calmness is gradual, and it begins with small, manageable steps. As your first step, I encourage you to practice the art of pausing before you react. When you feel pressure rising, take a deep breath, count to 10, and choose your response wisely. In closing, let me leave you with one final quote from Marcus Aurelius. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. This quote serves as a powerful reminder. The authority over your response lies within you. Thank you for joining me today on this journey into Stoicism. If you found value in this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who may benefit from these insights. Embrace the wisdom of Stoicism and stay calm under pressure. Until next time, take care.